Good start. We're up to 44,100 from 25K starting after just 2 levels. Bluffing the wrong person. Isn't that the famous last words?
Jackpot whispers and roulette wheel spin. In the city of sin, can't tell where I begin. Dealers gaze sharp, table feels alive. Every bet I place keeps the thrill in drive. Torching with TJ, stacking my dreams. Vegas heat rising, nothing's what it seems. Chasing that river, life on the edge. Every chip I push, I'm making my pledge.
Millionaire Maker Part 2, Day 1B, our second bullet. We're feeling good today. Vibes are high. Confidence is high. Ready to attack. We got our St. Louis Blues hoodie on for the first time this summer. Represent the 314 home base back in the day. Same strategy, same mindset, going in, doing it again. These multi-flight, massive fields, MTTs kind of feel like Groundhog Day. Especially when you're doing a vlog, recording an intro for it. It's like, it's the same stuff. We're going back in, 25K starting stack, hopping in right at the start, 250 bigs to work with, and let's get off to a hot start this time. Our sports bet did hit yesterday, by the way. The Astros won, just like we predicted. 11-4 dominated the A's, especially once they got to the bullpen. Easy $500 for us. We wish we bet more. I thought about it, but we stayed responsible. But I felt really good about that one. And some people said minus 165. That's too high of odds to pay. It's not a good bet. It has nothing to do with if it's a good bet or not. This is, in general, a way to think about not only sports, but also poker. Anything that requires like hot odds or what kind of odds you're getting. Negative doesn't mean it's a good bet. Positive doesn't mean it's a good bet. It's about if it's a relatively good price for what you think the odds are that that event will happen. One of the best bets in the history of sports was the Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather fight. I think that closed at like minus 375 for Floyd Mayweather. So you had to risk $375 to win $100. Almost everyone I knew in the poker community went so heavy on Floyd Mayweather. Does that mean it was a bad bet? No. I think it was a fantastic bet. And people could not scrape up enough money. People that were taking loans out on their houses to get as much money on that bet as possible. Probably not responsible, but hey, my point is, odds alone don't tell the story on if a bet is good. Yeah, a lot of like heavily priced, minus 1,000 money line bets are not good bets. You're right, but you have to look at the individual bet itself for the full story. For instance, minus 165, that implies that it has to happen like 62 point something percent of the time to be a good bet. I thought that the Astros were going to win more than 62% of the time in that game, so that was a good price and we took it. Same with poker sometimes. Like when you look at, you're facing a river decision and a guy bets half pot, like you can be pretty sure you're beat and still make a profitable call. Does that mean that you're going to win most of the time? No. Does that mean it's a bad call? No. So gambling's all about odds and the long-term viability of the bets that you make. Day to day, things are going to be volatile. Things are going to go up and down. You're going to make bad calls, or you're going to make a call that loses in the moment, but it doesn't mean it's a losing call. So continue to make the profitable decisions day after day after day, and you will end up in the profitville in the long run. That's our goal. As a professional gambler, as a sports bettor, as a poker player, that's all you can do. And then you let the cards and the balls and the bets fall as they may. First break of the Millionaire Maker. Good start. We're up to 44,100 from 25K starting after just 2 levels. Almost doubled our chips. 2 big hands made it happen. One, we make quads. First orbit of the day, we button opens to 400 at the 100 big blind level, and we defend 5-7 suited, and the flop comes 9-7-7. Beautiful. We flop trips. He does not look like a guy who's going to slow down either. He's played almost every hand thus far. I check. He bets 600, and I just call. Sometimes you can check raise here. Don't really have a lot of info on him other than he looks like action. I decided to just call, keep all of his hands in, and then the turn brings a beautiful third 7. So we make quads on 9, 7, 7, 7. We check. He bets 1200. Now we can unleash the beast. Fire the check raise. Some people say, you have quads, you can't check raise, you're going to blow him off. You don't want to scare him away. You got to build a pot. You got to get some chips in the middle. You think this guy's ever folding a 9, top full house, or an overpair? Absolutely not. Let's build the pot, get paid. I check raise to 3,800. He calls. The river is a queen of hearts. Don't love seeing an overcard because now if he has a 9, 10, 10, Jack, Jack, he's a little more scared, but I really shouldn't have too many queens here. So I go 8,200, and he sighs for a little while and then calls it off. So boom, great start in the first orbit, and that put him on tilt. He played like every hand after that. He's calmed down a little bit now. But then their last hand before break, I recorded this one because it was an all-in moment. I raise under the gun to 600 at the 200 big blind level with 2 red queens. The under the gun +1 player calls middle position, 3 bets to 2,200, and then folds all the way around to the big blind, who jams for 11,000. This feels eerily similar to the freeze that we played, where we have queens pre-flop for 80 bigs or something. But I try to get a live read from the 3-better who makes it 2,200. He's the only one we're really worried about. Seems to be very interested in what I'm doing and also a little nervous. We read it as a little bit of weakness, and we go ahead and jam. He tanks for a while and folds. And the 4-better, the small or the big blind, had pocket jacks. We had pocket queens.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ace king.
Ace king. And we held there, so all the way up to 44,000 after that cooler pre-flop. Pretty sure the middle position player had something like ace king, and we would have held if that's what he did have. Came 10 high board. So great start. Let's get in there, mix it up, keep it going. Quick second break update as we're almost out of time on our break. We dropped a little bit. We were holding steady at around 70, 75K for a long time. We played one pretty good sized pot where the guy overbet the river. We had king 6 of hearts on queen, queen, 6, 3, 2 hearts. We check called a turn bet with second pair on the paired board and a flush draw. And then the river came another 6, so we make bottom full house, and we check, and he bets slightly over the pot. I think for a while, decided to go ahead and just call this one. Shrug call. We're not good a lot of the time, but I think we're good often enough to call. And he shows us Jack Queen suited, the exact hand we said we thought he had right before we called. Real Daniel Negreanu job, calling out the hand and still paying it off. But we still got 55K coming back to the 500 big blind level, over 100 bigs. Let's get it. Well, rinse, repeat. We built a stack big in the first few levels and ran hot, and then when the pots got bigger and the blinds got bigger, we ran poorly. We had a couple big pots go the wrong way. We had pocket 8s where we turned to set, another guy turned to flush with king 6 of clubs. Paid off a big bet on the river. Don't think we're supposed to get away. And then, we're down to like 20 bigs. And then we opened ace king, flops queen 9 deuce. Just bricked that one, small C bet because it was a 3-bet pot. And then he just check jammed in our face, let that go. And we're down to 18 bigs. Cut off opens, we jam king queen suited. He calls with 9-9.
Oh, I can't. Let's go.
Let's go, he said. Let's go. Less than ideal. All right. And then you see the result there in the video where he fought the flush draw and he was ahead. We had king queen of spades against 9-9, 3 heart board, brick, no paint, no cards above a 10, losing flips for our tournament life all day long. So that's where we're at. Still jump back in with 50 bigs. Today we're going to do it. We're playing well. We're just not continuing the early momentum. So let's jump back in there. Second bullet of the day and try to survive this Millie Maker. We lasted exactly 2 hands in that second bullet. 2 hands. for $1,500. First one we opened ace-5 of spades off of 40 big blinds from the hijack. Cut off 3 bets us to like 2.8 bigs. He's got 24 bigs in his stack. We 4-bet jam the ace-5 suited, and he calls it off with king-king. So very first hand we play, we run into pocket kings. Matt Hansen is here. Hansen. And we lose the large majority of our chips. And then we go through the blinds. Blinds go up, we're down to like 5 bigs. We find the best hand we can in the limited time we have and shove king 8 from the button, get called by ace 7 of diamonds, and do not improve. That is how you burn $1,500 in about 5 minutes. Now we cannot re-enter even if we wanted to, because it's 1 re-entry per day, so we're gonna have to go back home, come back and do this again tomorrow on Friday. Oh, our sports bet also lost, by the way. Yeah, we threw a golfer out there against another golfer. I don't even want to go into it. Well, back at the house, and I have busted. I was fairly sad earlier. Frankie's here. Frankie, hi.
Hello.
Fist bump. We both busted, so we're commiserating. What happened? Any regrets? So many regrets, right? We just regret
the wrong person.
bluffing the wrong person. Isn't that the famous last words
Yeah.
when you're sitting at home wondering why you chose to pull the trigger against Old Man Coffee? Is that what happened?
You've got to love the heart, but you got to pick the right opponent.
I love that you're like celebrating yourself. You gotta love the heart.
I always try to see the positives. I try to see the positives out of it.
So you felt good about pulling the trigger. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, I probably should have bluffed a bit bigger if I was going to bluff the river, but
What was it? An old guy?
no, recreational. He'd opened queen 9 off under the gun.
What?
Yeah,
Queen 9 off
yeah,
under the gun?
yeah.
I'm not supposed to have that hand, I don't think. But guess what? They just let you do whatever you want. you pay your $1,500 and you can play whatever
Well,
hands
yeah,
you want to play.
exactly. People can play how they want to play, but
Well, I
That's the wrong
busted.
person.
I busted 2 bullets. I think I gave mini outros after each bullet, but I was like a little depressed after the second one. The first one I felt fine about. Like I played really well and I built it up, and then I ran into a few big hands and it disappeared. And I was like, should I fire a second bullet? And I was convinced myself, yes, today we're gonna fire the second bullet. Got back in there with like 30 bigs and just 4-bet ripped ace-5 suited right into the face of kings. For no reason. Like, I had just it was second hand, and the kings he kind of snap called me, obviously, and an ace in the window. But you know what was right behind the ace?
Yeah, the
Take a guess.
king.
The king. The king, and
You're
3
loving your life when you see the ace as well.
3 kings.
Yes.
Well, I'm thinking, well, I just got out of line and I'm going to get away with it. Now I've got, twice the starting stack in 2 hands, and then immediately
Yeah.
all that
Quickly told otherwise.
down the drain, just drawing dead almost. 3 kings beats 2 aces for the
Yeah.
uninitiated
Yeah,
out
you're
there.
gonna need some help in that situation. Did you have a backdoor flush draw?
No.
You
Literally
needed a
had to
lot
go
of help.
running ace-5 or ace-ace, one of those
You
ways.
needed a lot of help.
I did make quads early in the day, though. It was the first time I made quads this summer. 7s.
Get paid?
Yeah. But not cash money, though. Just chips, which are now gone. Yeah, it doesn't make me feel any better.
You kind of want them in the later in the day.
Thank you. I
When they're
keep starting the day really hot and then ending the day really cold.
yeah,
And turns out that pays 0 money.
yeah. You almost want it the other way round because you can
almost
chill
do.
at the beginning with like 250 bigs, 100 bigs.
I keep winning like massive pots in the first few levels, like doubling my stack, tripling my stack. But then, like, in the end of the day, that's not that many chips.
Yeah, because the blinds get so big.
Because the
And then,
blinds get so big. It'd be great if I could run good for 4 days in a row. What's that
what,
like?
in the Millionaire Maker?
Any of them. Just any tournament that lasts 4 days, run hot the whole time.
Is the Millionaire Maker 4 days or 5 days?
I think it's 4. It's a problem that I have yet to find out. That's for sure. Playing tomorrow?
I might chill tomorrow because I'm still a bit jet lagged,
Sure.
and I might jump back in Saturday.
Okay.
Minimise the damage.
That sounds
Do
like a
another one
great
for
plan, and I'm going to ignore that advice completely. Maximum pain for me. That's the plan.
Well, I was only going to do one, but it's a good field. The prize pool's massive, so
Plus, you found some bonus money today.
I found some bonus money.
We won't talk about that, but she found some
Right.
bonus money.
Got some free money that I found. Yeah, so I'm free rolling basically.
Frankie, all the way here from what random city in the UK?
Aldershot.
No one's heard of that.
No one in the UK has heard of that.
Drop a comment if you heard. I can't even repeat what you said. Aldenshot? What?
Aldershot.
Yeah, that.
I always have a bit of an accent.
If you've heard of that, then drop a comment because it's not going to happen. Sorry. Leave a like if you've never heard of that, and I feel much better about that ask.
You get more likes.
Exactly.
They haven't heard of it.
100%. All right. Well, the two of us, one of us is going to win a bracelet this summer. I don't know which one, but probably her, given the way that I've been running. So, good luck us.
All the summer last year as well.
Blaze, we've been here for what? Almost 3 weeks?
About 3 weeks.
How many meals have you cooked on the stove?
Actually, quite a bit.
A few, right?
Yeah.
Peggy hops right in. Peggy! What are you making?
We're making some tomato pasta.
You don't have to Americanize it. Tomato pasta.
Translated.
All right, let's take a pic. I'm gonna see if can I see it?
Well, at the moment it's just peppers and mushrooms.
Oh,
Process.
okay. All right. It looks
That's all
oily.
that.
I haven't been home. You haven't been home. You've been sleeping every morning.
I've been home a lot.
You have
I
like.
took like 3 straight days off multiple times already.
That's true. That's true. I should take a break.
You would take 2 straight days off.
But then, what content would I make?
I'm going in level 1. No one's knowing these stuff.
You can make content from home. And just be
Hey.
like, drinking with TJ. Torching Benny's fucking drinks.
How about we
Torching
just?
his energy bill.
How about we keep doing $100 basketball shots?
Yeah, that was good. I'll get one in on this.
Yeah, because Blaze can't hit. He didn't even hit the rim once. I don't think. I feel like it's free money. We should give him odds, Peggy.
Yeah.
You're 90 to my 100.
Yeah. I'll take that.
You're getting roasted.
It's alright. She absolutely loves insulting me every moment of every day.
Well, it's easy to do.
Yeah. Till 2 a.m. when she's half asleep. It's like, yeah.
Never done that.